you're a creative and you want to send your payment details, please use an invoice. That's what this video is all about. I want to show you how to send a professional invoice to a client. Stop typing it on WhatsApp. Watch this video right now and you will thank me by the end. So if you have downloaded the kit, you will find three files in there: the invoice editable template, the invoice template, and the creative invoice starter kit. The creative invoice starter kit is just a file where I have to explain everything about this creative invoice starter kit and some bonus things you'll find there, and like the creative payments workflow. Every project starts with client inquiry. Clients reach out to you, and then you have a discovery call with the client where you get to understand their project. You send proposal for the project, and then you have an agreement. From an agreement, you send an invoice, and then payment is made. So most creatives will jump to the payment section, but no, you have to send an invoice, and that's what this video is all about. So I'm going to show you how you are going to use my invoice template, just like a professional will. And this is where this is invoice template. So today I'm going to show you how you're going to use this professionally. All right. So this is the PDF part where you see how the invoice is composed. I'm just going to run through the sections of the invoice. Over here, your logo should be here. This is my own logo. And then you insert your address here. No matter how long it is, it should be able to contain it. And then insert your business lines here, your email address, and then your registered number for your brand if it's registered. If it's not registered, you can just skip that. But it's always encouraged. It's always better that you have your business registered. Okay, over here you have invoice number. Sometimes you don't see the need for this, but there's always need because you always make reference to it. In in my kit, I also have a bonus part where I get to tell you how to follow up a client. Okay, and when you're following up a client, you want to make reference to the invoice number. Let's even assume that you have sent up to three invoices for different projects. So you want to refer to those invoices with their number. So that's why it is very necessary that you include an invoice number. Okay. And I will show you how to, just make one for yourself and why. And then you have dates there, and then bill to the client's name, which goes here, and the client's address, which also goes here. So these are the things we're going to edit. Yeah, these places you won't touch them, but these are the parts where you have to describe the project, period, which is timeline, delivery dates or something, the rate for the project if you have a rate, and then the total amount. If you have them up to 10, the invoice allows that you can add more than 10, but we just left it at 10. And then you calculate your total, which is your subtotal. You can add VAT, especially because we are being taxed right now in Nigeria. In case you're watching from another country, you can just put your own tax there. And then discount if you have discount for the client. If you don't have discount, always put this at 0%. If you have discounts, you can put a discount, and then your total is now calculated, put here in bold. This is bolded so that the clients can get the actual price quickly, and then the amount in words. So you can always put your own payment terms, if it is 70% upfront. Yeah, terms and conditions apply. In future videos, I'm going to be showing you how to build up terms and conditions. So make sure to subscribe to this video. And then kindly make payments to the following accounts. You put your studio account name, the studio account number, and bank. So these are the sections we're going to be dealing with right now. So in the invoice templates I have this here already. So I'm just going to open to the invoice templates, the one you downloaded. Check for the invoice editable template. That is the one that is open right now. So what you will do here is to insert your address. So you can quickly insert your address. Just listen forward. So I could just go to 13.
So I can make these 3 lines, just so that just shift this point just for it to be ordered. Of course, you're creative, you need to stay organized. So I just shift this to the end here. That's okay. All right. It's editable, so anything you want to do, you can do, and you can just put your phone number there. 234-706-481-4557. If you have 2 numbers, you can introduce it. But if you don't have, you can just leave that blank. It's your email address for your studio. So it's good. It's your studio email address. So just go to mark out. Where space is not enough, you can perhaps shift this back a bit. Yeah, something like that. So put the number. Let's put your right number. So it is on this registered document. So just put that there. That's not mine. That's just something I can use to pass. So your company invoice number is built from your company name. Like mine is Marcus, so I can just put MK for short, MK, and the company number. I can just put the first 2 digits, 25, department. Let's say this is a video editing department, so I can just put video editing for short, VE. And then the year is 2026, so I put 26. The months are in July, so I put 7. And today's date, let's say today's 17, so I put 17. And today's Friday, so I put FR. So you see, that's just a number, and you could actually add something in front just to show that, it's a full number. Yeah, so you can always make reference to this number every time you are now sending a message to the client. So if you're sending a message like this, you say, "Hi client, hope you're doing well. Here's a reminder regarding invoice number." You can now make reference to that invoice number. So that's where it comes in. So you can put today's date, it's 17, and the name of your client. So let's put the name of our client here. Mr. Johnson. Cool. And then put the address here and say it's a 4. Then your description over here goes in. Your description can be something like, uh, let's say logo animation video. By the way, that's what we're into: logo animation, brand videos, promo videos, anything that has to do with motion graphics and 3D motion graphics. Yeah, so that's what we do. So I'll just put description in the light of that. So logo animation video, 15 second intro and outro. So I can just put a period. I say, let's say 5 days. Most times it's good when you put 5 business days. This makes sense a lot. And then the rates. The reason is because some of you might not be working weekends, but you could be working weekend, but you just want to stay professional to say that you work 5 business days. So any request coming in on Saturday and Sunday will be treated on Monday. And then 5 business days also means that when they get to make their payments, which actually commences your project on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are not counted as part of the days that you have used. But of course, you can take your time on Saturdays and Sundays to do something about the project. So let's say rate here is let's say 30,000, and just because we are doing so, let's say 2 times logo animation. So here will now be 60,000 because that's actually the total of that two. Yeah, 2 times the rate, that's 60,000. So we'll have that there. If you want, you can just, because this is MS Word, you can just make this right aligned. Most times, things like this are right aligned. So I'll just quickly do all this and make them right aligned. Control R, Control R, and maybe these two. So that's it, just, yeah, Control R. So let's just add one more, so we'll see how we total it. Okay, so the next one, since it's a video, we'll just say 10 teaser videos, 10 seconds each. they are 10, we can just say 14 business days. Then the rate for each one, let's say, is 25,000. And then for 10, that would be, no, that was not 25,000, that's 2. So for 10, that would be 250,000. So that makes it up. So here we can now mark it up as, fill up the total. So over here we have 3, 310, 310, right? Yeah, 310,000, and then we can just find the VAT for that, 7.5%. Sorry, 310 and 7.5% is equals to 23,250. So just copy that. Click that. And then if we're given discounts, we should, let's just leave it without discount. So we just put our discount 0. So this one becomes nil, or you can just put 0 right there. So that's it. And then where the total here now will now be this plus this, which will give us exactly 3, 3, 3, 3, and 250. So over here, just insert 3. Okay. So with that, I think we should right align this. It makes sense. Right align. Yeah. Yeah. So now you can just put your studio name here, Marker Studio, or your account name here, just as it is registered in the bank. Okay, I'll leave that for you to do. And then with this now, you have set up your invoice. Okay. Most times, if you want to really stay organized to remember what you did for a client, it's good that when you are saving, I've just pressed F12 now, say PDF. You send as PDF 1. You also create a folder. You create a folder where you say client invoice, client invoice. And you don't just save it invoice editable template. No, you go back and check the name of this client, Mr. Johnson Oko, and use that. Okay, Mr. Johnson Oko, and possibly add the invoice number. That way, you know the invoice number you are, referring to every time, and you can pull it up. So I'm just adding the last sentence that we created. Okay, and so with this now, Mr. Johnson Oko, that's the invoice number, and I've created this invoice. So I save it, and automatically it turns out to be PDF. So see, so make sure, oh, I didn't talk about this, but make sure you replace the logo there. Okay, yeah, this logo here, make sure you replace it with yours. All you need to do, because this is something in the text box, so all you need to do is to, just remove it, like insert your own picture from the device. I'll pick another logo now just to show the difference. Yeah, so exactly, so that replaces that one. So that's exactly what you should do. So, and you can now save as PDF. So you see what we already saved as PDF for Mr. Johnson, and then you can forward to them. This way they see that you are organized. All right. So let's say you want to send this invoice right now to your client. One of the things you need to do is, since you already have this client's contact through, of course, when you started having the talk section from discovery section, you must have collected their email address, which is very necessary. It's good first that you send to their email, and not just, forward to their WhatsApp. you can only forward to their WhatsApp after you have forwarded to email. So make sure you also do email, copy them on email. People get their WhatsApp wiped off and don't want to go through that where they say they lost it and think you created a new one, you know. So it's good to just send to them on email. So if you were to send to email, I also included uh, here some of the things you can prompt ChatGPT. Say, write a professional invoice email for me, and then you can just copy this and paste in ChatGPT and create a beautiful email for you, where you can also, you know, send to the client, just attach and all that.
So if you enjoyed that video, make sure to like and subscribe and also share it. Somebody will definitely need this, and we should help our creatives out there so that they will stop, behaving like non-professionals in the space. If you actually want to get more of this content, please make sure to hit me on my Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video.